Good morning. It is Sunday, and today I haven't done a video in a while, and I apologize. Last one was like I think a week ago, but let's see. Did they mess with the? Yeah, I'm over here by the chicken coop, and we're gonna do some soil testing today. That's what this is for. That's for. Hi, chickens. And, oh, I forgot to bring out, I have some lettuce and stuff for them. What are you guys getting into? What are you guys getting into? Look at them. Darcy. Yeah, he's been leaning on these posts and itching his chest. So let's let the chickens out. Go on, get out of the way. Lexi always likes to watch the chickens, her and Eeyore. Yep, he's gonna come over here, watch. No. All right, let's let the chickens out. Oh, very happy to be let out. Hi, chickens. Hi, chickens. Say hi to YouTube's chickens. Say hi to YouTube's chickens. That was nice. That's Ugly Pants right there that said hello. Say hi. Okay, enough of saying hi to the chickens. Say hi to YouTubies. Good boy. Good job. Alright. So today, I gotta feed the boys. And it's a beautiful day, actually. It's kind of cool. So it's a good day to do feet. The Farrier is gonna be here in 2 weeks. So I like to do a little maintenance, rasping, just to kind of keep their shape, make sure there's no flares that are beginning and stuff like that. So we're gonna do their feet today. And I'm gonna brush them and just do maintenance stuff, and then hopefully, let me see here, inside you go. Oops. And hopefully we're going to start on that run-in because the grass is finally starting to come up. And let's check our mouse traps. No mouse traps, no mice. So anyway, yeah, we're going to try to get the run-in started because the grass is starting to come up. Sorry, I got to turn on the light. And I want to get them off of that other side so we can start fixing the grass on the other side. So I'm going to leave it at that. I've got their buckets that I have to put together. And we have a new board. It's pretty awesome. It's a feed board. Let me see if I can get this light to turn on, because you guys can't see it. We have a sensor, motion sensor light, and it doesn't always work. You always have to turn it on. But yeah, we have from when we did the obstacle course, we found that there's a lot of training holes. So I made this board. So we have all our training of what we did. I've got one for Mr. Darcy, one for Jarvis, saying that he's mastered it or he's in training. So I just made this yesterday. So we're going to start working on that. Maybe Monday, maybe today. We'll see. I have a lot on my plate today. I've got to do the feet. We got to do brushing as always. I always have to do brushing. And then you got to pick up poop in the pasture. Then I've got to build the website for the new farm, summerfieldfarmdrafts.com. Yay! So we have to do that. And being Sunday, this is Arrow. Say hi to YouTube's Arrow. There you go, good girl. This is Arrow. She's our rescue cat. And she hangs out with the horses. I'm sure you've seen her in one of the other videos. Come here, Arrow. There you go, say hi. She's a pretty cool cat. She doesn't really do anything. She eats well crickets. She eats the bugs. And she comes out and she keeps us company with the horses. Right? Yeah? You don't care. You're a good cat. You're a good cat, aren't you? So, she's a terrible mouser. So we have to rely on mouse traps. She doesn't have any front claws. They declawed her. Whoever had her beforehand. But she's a happy cat. So, Okay, so let me get the horse's food put together and let's get our day started. So I've got Jarvis, and I like to let him graze a little bit before I do their feet, especially with him because he, I don't know why, he's gotten really jumpy, but he's gotten better. And I don't usually use this halter very often. That's the one he came home with in the auction, and I don't really particularly care for it because it's got, you know, buckles and snaps and stuff like that, and metal. But every once in a while I like to put it on him, just so he kind of gets a feel of something different and something wider than just a rope halter on his face. So I'm going to let him graze for a little bit, and not really sure what he wants to do because Darcy's over here. He's over there. He just disappeared around the building. And so I'm just going to let him graze for a little bit. That way he has an extra full belly. And it's always good to allow your horse to eat before a stressful situation. Now, normally, you'd say to yourself, no, because when I eat before a stressful situation, I get an upset stomach. Well, it's not quite the case with, look at his ear. I love that little ear. It turns down a little bit. It's not the case with horses. Dude, you just, really? Correct yourself. Come on, correct yourself, Mr. Squeaky. Hear his teeth squeak? He's got a funny bite, so his teeth squeak when he chews. He'll fix himself in a second. There you go. Good job. So anyway, like I was saying, stressful situations for horses and having an empty stomach is really super bad. It kind of promotes colic and a real bad upset stomach because I don't know if you guys are aware. Come here, sweetheart. Come over here. But a horse's stomach lining, let me back up. Their esophagus, unlike ours, where our esophagus goes down into our chest and then kind of stops, and then our stomach lining kind of covers everything else. So when you get heartburn, it's because the acid in your stomach has risen up past the point where the stomach lining now protects your esophagus area, and it's burning your esophagus. So that's how heartburn works. Horses, unfortunately, their stomach lining only goes halfway up their stomach, like inside their stomach, halfway up. So all that acid that sloshes around can get into their esophagus, open quote, much faster and much easier because they don't have that protective lining that goes all the way through and around their stomach. So you want to make sure that you have, that's why they have to eat all the time. So, really, dude? What was that? So that's why they have to eat all the time. So they always have something in their stomach so the acid doesn't get up and start, giving them issues into their stomach, causing them to colic and have upset tummies and so forth. So when it comes to stressful situations, stomach acid raises, and I like to have them have something in their stomach. And if you can't allow them to graze beforehand, make sure that they have something to eat, like a hay bag or something, which is what I have over here. You ready? You ready to do your feet? So we're ready. Usually, come on. Usually when he stops grazing and he starts looking around a little bit more, I know he's got it. Come on. Let's go. I know he's got enough in his stomach. Come on. Where we can do this. So let me pause this real quick and hook him up. Okay, so I get him all hooked up, and I give him plenty of room because I've got another camera over there that we're going to be filming on. I know, he's a good boy. See, we're going Thursday to get his eye looked at. It's just weepy. I think he's got allergies. So he's just kind of messy, but this is his nemesis right here. And it's kind of weird. He hates it. I don't understand why. I used a plastic one, and the plastic was fine, but the Farrier uses one very similar to this. So to keep him desensitized to it, I use it, and I absolutely love it because I can actually put his hoof on here. This is actually small. It's made up for a regular little horse. Not so much for a draft horse because their feet are really big. Yeah, I know, huh? But I could put his foot here so it's like upside down. Or I just take it off and I put his foot up here on this part. That way we can rasp it. So we'll keep that on together. So speaking of rasps, I have 2 rasps. You get little magnets in them. And Evolution makes these. Now I did a video a long time ago when I was boarding with these. And I showed, because he had a chip. When I was boarding, they have a lot of rocks in the area. So he'd always have like little chips and nicks and stuff like that. So this is a radius rasp made by Evolution. And it's really, really cool. And it's really, really nice, I think, for just maintenance touch-ups. Oh, dude, really? Don't. Oh, really? All right. Well, sorry you guys get to hear this hit the ground. But, all right, I'm going to pause this so I can pick. Let's clean this up. Okay. So, like I was saying, now that our accident is cleaned up and he's moved over there, let's turn these back around. So, what I was saying is I've got these 2 rasps. One is the standard, one is the pro. The standard one has got these nice fine little raspies. It's pretty awesome. And then the pro has a bigger, heavier duty rasp, more like what your Farrier would use. And they've got little magnets inside them, so they stick to pretty much anything. They're pretty awesome. But I use these. I like how they're curved. You know, because you can get underneath and you can get around and you can just move it. And it fits in my hand really, really well. But anyway, like I was saying, I made another little video, just a little tiny one, about these before. And they're nice little touch-ups before the Farrier comes. I wouldn't use these for a trim. I don't like to trim, like, personally. I know and I watch what he's doing. So I kind of know what he's gonna do. But, yeah. So anyway, I just do maintenance trims. That way, you know, there's no flares starting to show and it keeps the shape. He doesn't have to take so much off every 6 weeks. So actually, with that, I'm going to show you his feet. Ta-da! There's his feet. His awesome feet. I love his feet. His back feet are amazing. I love his back feet. But his front feet, I know, hi. Alright, so I'm going to move this over and I'm going to show you his feet. Alrighty. Good boy. Now he's pretty awesome. He'll stand still because now he's got a full tummy. His front feet, when I got him, his front feet looked like giant clovers. They were just really, really big. And they had the flare came out and it was all chipped and he had a big chip here and they flared out. And his feet were like pancakes. Now we've got a nice shape to them. They're getting better, but you can still see. Now I'm going to put this down because I can't really see so much, but right about here, his foot kind of flares out still. And I want to kind of try to get that down to be flat and straight. So I'm not going to do it right now because we have a lot to work with. And right here on this side, you can see I can feel it where it comes right about here. It starts to kind of flare out just a little bit. That's on that foot. Now on this foot, you can see it much better. Now he's got some superficial cracks, which is right here. This is not a crack to worry about. This is just drying and, you know, wet and dry, wet and dry, wet and dry. This is superficial. Doesn't go very deep. You can see it in there. But look at it. Sorry. I can't see my screen, so you guys will have to deal with it. On here, he's got a little bit of a divot. It comes in. It's hard to see, but then it flares back out. It comes in, and then it flares out. That's just the way his foot is made. So I'm going to try to keep this as flat as possible. I want to try to bring this down because this flares out quite a bit. I don't know if it comes across, but he's got a nice Mustang roll here still. And there's no grass, so he hasn't been able to wear it down. So we're going to try to keep this and maintain this Mustang roll. on this side, you can see it much better from the last time when the Farrier was here. It's not as sharp as an angle as that side. See, that goes down and it's still sharp. And this one is more of a roll from where he's walking. So you can tell that he uses this inside portion of his foot much more than his toe and much more than his outside. So I'm going to show you his back. And his back feet are just always amazing. They're just always really amazing. So his back feet are really nicely shaped. He's got a real good shape to it. Hardly any flares at all. It starts a little bit right here. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Just a little bit. So I'm going to do the same. And as you can see, he rolls on the outside a little bit more than the inside. See how it's a sharp Mustang roll? Where this is more rounded here. It's more worn off. Now on his back foot here, stay here, buddy. He has a scar from when I bought him. This was his carriage accident, which made him go into pasture. They were going to leave him alone. And this just scars down. So his hoof grows kind of funny right here. But it's a little soft. But it's starting to grow farther down. Now, he's on biotin supplement. And it seems to do much, much better. So here you can see the little bit of flare starts right about here. And it starts to come down. So, thank you, buddy. I'm going to go around to the other side. But he stands really, really nice with both his feet. This one's kind of cocked up a little bit because he's standing kind of hackneyed. But you can see again on this one where he's got a real nice Mustang roll here. Thank you, sweetheart. And it's more sharper on this side. So I'm going to get him set up. I'll turn on the other camera so you can have a wide angle, and I'll show you basically what I do.